Good Monday morning. Here's Kramer's Corner with a daily technical update. It is the 12th of August. Friday ended fairly uneventful, and this morning in Asia, basically the same picture. We have the Nikkei future was up a little bit, but still below this resistance around 35,830, meaning it's still below 3,600. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 wave downtrend is still in play. So, but if it takes out the peak here from the other day, Thursday, Friday, then we have a different situation. Then there could be potential up to the 786 retracement. We will still be in a downtrend below the cloud, below all moving averages, basically only above 200. So keep an eye on what's going to happen here in the next couple of days. If it starts sliding lower, then the 50 way could be in play with likely lower levels in the horizon. On the S&P 500, had an okay day, 0.5%. Friday, still below this gap area here, where we can see it gap lower, gap higher, gap lower, and it really needs to close above 5,409 for really uptrend potential. If it does that, then there could be some uptrend potential towards previous peaks, but I don't think we'll get all the way up there. If it starts sliding lower, back below the cloud, back below 5,300, then expect the downtrend to resume. Nasdaq 100 have a little bit of a resistance here, is 18,768 and a change. Around this level there will be some fairly strong resistance. We are in a negative sentiment and there's no divergence indicating we could see lower levels, but I could see a little bit of a sideways correction here the next few days. But it is still earnings season, so there can be some earnings that can push the market either way. And there are some interesting numbers this week, but next week is going to be even more exciting. On the European front, we have EUROSTOXX 50, a little bit up today. It was also a little bit up Friday, but it's still around the 4,700, just below it, which was 50% of this sell-off here. There could be rebound potential up to the 61.8 and the 200 moving average at 41.42, but it will be a hard nut to crack to move higher, and then we have a strong resistance here just above 4,800. If it starts floating lower below 4,600, expect new lows. Thanks. Same picture really. We have this gap area here. This is a misprint. I think it is a misprint. That was this morning, having been changed. I need to get it cleared. 18,083. If it closes this gap, well, then I think we could see a push towards previous peaks, but I'm not quite sure we'll get up there. I think it will be rejected just below, and then if it slides back below 17,500, then they expect downtrend to resume. AX Amsterdam. Also this gap area here, that is key. We have some resistance here at 892. I don't know how strong it is anymore after it actually went straight through there. But then we have 901 and 907. This area here is quite strong. And also here, well, let's say that it will follow the rest of the markets if it starts sliding lower. The rest of the market starts sliding lower. CAC. Below 7,300, spiked just above Friday and just above this morning, but it's finding it hard to get back above. If it does, well, then there's room up to 7,400, 7,464, possibly up to 7,500, but we are in a downtrend. Moving on to, and finally, Swiss markets with the SMI that actually closed below 11,875 Friday, but now it is actually trading above. I still think it will be a bit of a struggle, but there could be a rebound potential up to around 12,000 and a change, maybe up to this area here around the 55 moving average, which is around 12,069. So let's see if it can actually close back above the cloud. That would be key. On the FX front, we have your dollar that had a very volatile day last week here on the 8th of August. It's pushing a little bit high. There's still potential down to the 61.8 retracement at 108.65. but we are in an uptrend, and we could see a push towards 109.80. But I will stay on the sideline a little bit, because it seems like it can't really make its mind up of what it would do or should do. If we're looking at the weekly chart and zoom in a little bit, we can see how significant this 109.80 level is. Didn't close above, and now we are down here around the 109 and a quarter. So it can't really find a direction. However, we are in an uptrend, as you can see, so we could see another push higher, but then we have strong overhead resistance just above of 110. Euro sterling, that got rejected at the 86.20 resistance area. We could see a test of the 85.35, which is the 38.2 retracement just around here, where there's some support. Could dip a little bit lower, but then I think we will see it resuming uptrend. We are in a positive sentiment. There's no divergence indicating likely to do higher levels on euro sterling. We have a cable that actually did close below 127, but then formed a bottom and reversal-like pattern in the form of a doji morning. Then we have a test of the 55 moving average. If it can get back above 128.10, these levels here, well, then we could see another push towards 129. We are still in negative sentiment, so it is weighing a little bit on it. But we are, on the other hand, still above the cloud. We haven't closed below. I think we'll see a push higher here in the next couple of days. But let's see. It will be a little bit of a struggle, I think. Dollar yen. Really struggling to bounce further than only halfway to the 38.2 retracement at 149.42. We have some strong resistance there. I still believe we will push up there in the next couple of days, and then I think it will slide back lower. Excuse me. Euro yen, same picture really. 38.2 retracement at 162.44. Around that level, I think it will slide back after testing that. We can see all the moving averages coming down. We are in a downwards trend, and there's no divergence on the RSI. It doesn't have to, by the way, but it is an indication that we could see lower levels. The Aussie yen actually did test the 38.2 retracement at 97.50. If it takes it out, well, then it could actually push all the way up to 99.90 maybe even. I don't. They will probably also go for 100. That will be a little bit of a struggle. There's really strong resistance up in this area here, and let's see if it can actually get up there. Sterling yen. Also, same picture as Aussie yen and euro. No, same picture as euro yen and dollar yen. 38.2 retracement on 190 spot 80. Should be within reach, but there are some resistance around here, and then I think we will slide lower. If it can get back up and close above, well, then there could be further upside potential. But look out, if it starts sliding lower here, then we could see another push lower in the coming days. The Aussie dollar, above 50% of the retracement of this sell-off here. The 100 and 200 giving a little bit of a hard time, but I still think we will see a push up to the 61.8 retracement at 66.25, and then I think it will slide lower unless we can get RSI to close back above 60, but I doubt it. We have the 55 giving a little bit of a hard time there, putting a lid on it. Dollar Canada. Currently trying to move below 61.8 retracement and testing the 55 moving average. Can it push down to the 786? It is not unlikely, but we have the cloud here that it will give us a little bit of support. We also have 100 moving giving some support. I still favor a bounce from around this, and I think, well, this is just a false break. I still favor that, but keep an eye on if it's really pushing below the 55 moving average. Euro Swiss very close to the 50% retracement of this downtrend here. I think we could see a bounce up to the 61.8 and 95.58, and then resuming downtrend. Dollar Swiss. Moving past the 38.2 retracement, we have some strong resistance here around the 87.30. That could be a bit of a struggle, but there should be bounce potential up to 61.8 retracement. That is not unlikely, but then we have really strong resistance in this area. You can see why. It's where market turned around. It turned around, trading around it, up and down, up and down. So around this level, there's really strong resistance. Finally, the dollar index in a downtrend. I think it will slide lower in the coming days. Gold is currently trading above 24.32. Not retracement, but resistance, and it is in an uptrend. You see higher level, higher level, higher level, and higher low there. So if it can close back above, and if we can get RSI to close back above 60, then I would expect a push towards 2,500 and also higher. But it will be a little bit of a struggle. But we are in an uptrend. Underlying trends also say that still we have key support down here at 2360 level that should be observed, of course. And on silver, that has formed a bullish engulfing actually, and I think I will do a deeper update article analysis a little bit later here on silver. But it is a bullish engulfing, actually taking out the previous 2 days of trading. We should see a push towards 29.45. If it can get back above 29.45, it has established an uptrend that could take it higher, but then $30 will be a key resistance. But 29.45 for now is the strongest resistance area. On copper, seems to be trading, first of all, it's trading this falling channel here, and then it could be forming a bit of a falling wedge. We have the upper falling line here, a trend line, and the lower falling there, kind of forming not the best wedge, but still. And currently it seems to be breaking out. I mean, for now it does look like it's going to break out. We also had the RSI that was rising, meaning that the downtrend is in exhaustive mode, and we should see a correction. 413, 422.35 are the levels on the first leg up that needs to be challenged, and 38.2 retracement of this leg down here is just around that level there also. So it matches nicely, but there should be potential up to 440, but that would be a little bit of trouble. I expect it will get a setback when we get, if we get up to 422, 421 around this level. On the energy side, some interesting patterns on the longer term. At the moment, we just on the face of it doesn't really look at much. So it's like, yeah, it has some stronger support here at the WTI, just around 72.40, then bouncing. But what it is actually doing, and if we look at a weekly chart, maybe we have a little bit of understanding what's actually going on WTI. It's actually forming this big triangle, symmetrical triangle-like pattern, and it can actually move within these two trend lines here for the next few weeks, actually quite a few weeks, going in maybe all the way into October, let's see, but that seems to be the picture. The Brent crude oil, not as clear, but still there. As you can also see, this longer term, medium to longer term rising trend line, it also touched it there, and we have this upper falling trend line. So also on the weekly to medium term picture, we really are forming a triangle-like pattern, and that's why we get all these kind of whipsawing and then without any clear direction. On the US Treasury yield that just spiked above 4%, there's still potential up to the 61.8 at 4.05, and then I think it will be it, and then we'll see it sliding lower. But 61.8 is one of the crucial retracement levels that you should look out for. 50 not so much, but 61.8 and 786, especially on yields and especially on FX market, can correct all the way to that. But 61.8 is one of the key ones. If it starts sliding lower, back below 390, then I think we'll see a push towards the previous lows here. All right, that's all for today. Have a nice day and happy trading.